Good morning, everyone. It is approximately 7 a.m. EST here on the East Coast, U.S. Coming straight from South Carolina, from the farm, off the grid and off the chain. At the title states, what do I run in WR after uh, declining to stay in champs? And I will show you. So let's just hop right into it. And here we go. So we'll take a look at my hangers and the big run, and then we'll dig into it a bit later. I'm at 44% win. I am now in E1 league. Okay, I'm in E1, and this is after me making champs with all MK1. Everybody who is a forumite, and I would take my young buck Wolfblood's advice to join the forums so you can get all the in and out details that you don't get in people's videos. Okay, because people put out video content to be very exciting and this and that and the third, but reading is fundamental. And so reading, and then you can reread, and you can always go back and visit it at any point in time to get the in close details of what you need to do to be successful. And the forum isn't just for those kind of things. The forums are for stress relief as well. And you can write, there's other topics besides War Robots, but it is the War Robots forums. And we hope everyone from War Robots goes and joins so that they can get in. So as you notice, I do not have any high level Titans. Level 37 Oxmino, and that's probably one of my highest. I'm probably betting my highest level Titan is level 42 at the most. All right, so I'm running Oxminos with the Oolong Center and 2 Pentagrills. I'm running the Stellar Cerberus with Eldritch Venoms and the Stellar Hornet. And this right here is a ball killer right here. This right here will melt any Scarecrows out there. Guaranteed. Alright? The Ardent Blitz is for going into groups of people with this drone here, the whiteout drone. It just stuns a bunch of people, and then the explosions from this goes ahead and does the thing. Basically, this right here is the Cruel Roach is the beacon runner, and see it has the beacon drone on it, which this used to have the pop-up absorber shield, but it doesn't anymore. What it does is helps you run beacons faster and gives you more speed. And with that being said, I'm running 2 speed mods on it as well. And the glories are just to hold people still. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. The Cryptic Friend Rare is the tank. The Capri is my healer for this one, and also the speed boost for capping. And then I'm running that at long range. So we come here to my TDM hanger. We had the Zmaj Muramets with 2 Gargantua, which sucks health, and the Lance, which helps knock down shields so that my Gargantuas don't have to work as hard to work through shields, and then you're out of ammo. Alright. The Deathwing Aljun with the Smoothers. Basically, you hide and you're shooting with Smoother, and then you pop up in stealth and flame out anything that is an issue with Death Mark. Techno Scorpion Death Mark. Y'all already know this is a classic setup here. The Scorpions with the Sonics. Alright, you go in, you knock somebody's health down, and they can't recuperate it, and then you get out. Alright? And that's with the barrel there. So I have a lot of damage and speed boosters on it. And if somebody happens to catch me over there and I can't teleport back, then the barrel explodes, you know, in the brawl. And the Scorpion is fast enough to keep up with pretty much every target. Except for the newer bots that are like, the speed is way overrated on a lot of them. And of course I have the Mender. And of course I'm support. So here's the thing, I'm only using lockdown on this. And I'm using my lower rank Persephone to heal people further outside of my radius. Okay. Then I have the Scarab Leech, which is I pop out, and this drone here, the sharpshooter, only shoots with my wasp. And why am I using Manny instead of the Madea? Is because I'm running. Well, I do have a Madea pod for this too, and I'm looking at my mods. I probably should switch over because I use my Manny on the leech when I use other weapons besides poison. So I probably need to put my Madea on here, which I hadn't got to when I swapped out the mods. I didn't look at it. So my Freedom Wayland here just has avalanche for splash damage because he can't move fast enough. And I have a Manny here. As they wear the Wayland down, he puts out more output damage. And he has a shield drone here. If he takes so much damage, a shield pops up to try to protect him a little bit more because he can't move as fast. Because I don't run jump unit, I run lockdown on it. Now, this is my open map hanger, which I use for both beacons and TDM, but just for open maps, which is my rarely used hanger, which you see basic drones here. I do have the Bajo Luchador with the lantern and dazzler and lanterns, with the two quantum radars. All right, quantum sensors rather. And so I can see out to maybe 630 range, and my weapons only have 600 range. But I do have the anti-control, the let it go, and then of course the Luchador has the reflector if he gets caught out in the open, and then I have a healing unit on that to help with that. And then I have the Warrior Typhoon, and of course the Scatties are all out of the thing. And I do have two more special Scatties, but they're real low level. I have to try to level them up, hoping for a buff for them soon. Anyway, I have the healing drone on this with shield breaker, and that's if they get through the shield here. And then if they do, then of course I use the lockdown and the freeze. This of course is to catch people out in the open, lock them down, and freeze them for my teammates. This is more team play build right here. And of course I'm running the fictional character here on this to keep myself from it gives an extra damage boost. So of course, because they, instead of nerfing the damage, or instead of nerfing the reload, they nerfed both. They did the same nerf to the Scotties that they did to the Orkans. Okay, they nerfed both the clip and the reload at the same time. Instead of just nerfing one or the other, or nerfing the damage to test how that would work out, they just double nerfed it, and that's what happened with that. So my sheriff meter is running pulsars once again. More teamwork play, and of course it's running a shield drone because a lot of people like to wait till your purple shield runs out, your absorber, and then pop you. But if that happens, then I have a drone shield pop up until I can get the cover. Also, the lockdown is not only good on the open maps for your team, but it's also good for you to get out of range. And with the 600 range there, okay? And the Seraph is running Prismas because, yes, of course, I can run it in close, but also I can fly up high and zap people from across the map. And I do have the speed pilot on this one. Also, when it takes damage, I have the healing drone. Now, with my Nightingale, I do have the bendy bullets because I may be out of range trying to heal somebody or something like that. And I also have the independent shooting drone here, but I have it the level 1. Okay, even though, like, I call it the great drone ripoff, the great drone scam, because your drones were already maxed. There's no way that you should have to level again. You paid for them, you got them, you want them, however the hell you got them. It doesn't matter. It mattered that you had them and you had the full function of it. My take on this is that they should have put every drone that you already owned at max level. Even though they gave out money for the chips, and a lot of people were upset about that because they felt like it wasn't worth it. All right, but you use the same 5, 6 drones, 7 drones at the most for every hangar. Now, that means automatically from the door, the compensation that you get from the chips, you have to go and buy new drones for each bot that you have. And if you're a person like me, I have close to 90 bots. All right? So then you have to spend more of that to upgrade them. Anyway, we're going to get here to the Arachnid Invader because that's a whole nother topic I don't want to get into. Mace Cudgel. All right? With the Eddie Knoll to unload it faster, and also with the barrel drone, the one that they gave you for free. Okay? But I really use this as to take down Titans because it passes all their passive resistance and everything else, the explosion. Thanks for showing up, Ren Deep. Thanks for showing up, McLovin. Thank you guys for stopping by and leaving a like. Alright, so I'll get into detail as to why I made it to champs with only all MK1 stuff. I'll give you a clue right now as I actually go into the bots as to how I made it, and not even maxed MK1, because as you see, my glories are built like I built these are not maxed, not even MK1 max. Now as you go to my modules, you will see a maxed nitro unit, and these are the most expensive, and this is what I spent my time on. As you see, my nuke amp, my balance unit, they are maxed, and everyone will tell you they cost 40 million per level. This is one reason why I made it to champs. Max. Okay? Even my Titan modules, max. I came into the game maxing out modules because they transfer. Even the latest and the greatest come out right now. You can slap a max module on it from the door. And that's what I want you to understand. My modules, and I won 2 immune amplifiers recently. Max, and in the works of maxing right now. I have that immune amp to level 4. But immune amp, even at level 1, is very beneficial. Don't think because level 1 you can't put it in. Put it in at level 1, and the only thing that you gain, and you see it's leveling up now, it'll be level 5 real soon. The immunities and the effect limit stay the same. The only thing you gain as leveling your immune amplifier is the durability and speed. Okay? Because it starts out like at 0.5 kilometers per hour. Alright? And I forget the percentage of the durability. So let's go here and just look at that right quick. Alright, so I get 1% more durability, like MK1, right? Both of these are already maxed from the door. So if you get an immune amplifier, you go, oh, well, I have max mods somewhere else. No, slap that immune amplifier on, because these two most important things work the same at level 1. The only thing that you are upping when you're using your immune amplifier is your durability increase and your speed increase. Alright, so everybody understands that. For those who don't have one, when you get one, you will see. Alright, so see, max mods. So I've been running max mods before I ever had MK2 anything, and then I had golden stuff on my drones, golden chips. That's how I made it to champs with non-maxed MK1, not even max MK1 gear. I had mainly level 9 and level 7 gear, like level 9 bots for the 3 mod slots and level 7 weapons. I made it to champs. And if you don't believe me, join the forums, check the forums, ask every last forumite that followed me along my journey, and I made it to champs with all MK1. And we go here to my TDM hangar. Once again, I don't have max weapons, I don't have max titans, but I have, are like the most important thing. Mods and drones and pilots were my thing, more so than weapons, because I took Adrian Chong's advice about giving the enemy more silver, because people will max out their bots, have crappy weapons, fighting them all day long, and guess what happens to you? you give the other person more silver and you're not making enough damage to make any money. But they're making money off of all your maxed out bot, all the health that that bot is putting out. Once again, more max mods. And I only usually have this on one hanger back in the day, but more max mods. Max mods, the like I said, now you'll see the difference between my other immune amplifier. See, this one's level 1. Your immunity and your effect limit is automatically max, and that was like 8%, and it's going to be 9 and like 3.5 mile an hour. So it's 0.5 kilometer an hour and 5% health boost, and then your two main stats on that are maxed, so that everyone knows that. Same way with the overdrive, it's 10% base, and this isn't a popular mod anymore, but I still like it. And it goes up to 25% at when it's max. So your additional damage is 25%. And the thing about overdrive units, I don't like using one. I like stacking them at least 2. And then, and like a last stand there, and that gives you 50% more damage with 2 max ones, and a last stand max is like 30% health. Okay, that's a good combination. Or you could do it with 3 overdrive units, right? At level 1, say you haven't maxed your mods, you don't have the 40 million to upgrade your mods. When you get at low health, that's 30% more damage. All right, if you don't have last stands, and if you don't have last stand, my other thing would be this mod, the Battleborn. Okay, especially if you have a shield. Battleborn is good for when you have shielding or you're using a capper from the door. Alright? So use a Battleborn for capping and things like that nature. I did show y'all my max Battleborn. But use a Battleborn here, and that's at like 50%. 50 defense points. Okay? And your duration of the ability lasts longer. It lasts about a minute long. Okay? So 50 defense points for about a minute. But even at level 1, there are 25 defense points for 25 seconds. And that's enough time for your shield to regenerate. That's why I like using Battleborn on shielded bots or for my first cap bot. So you're flying in, you meet the enemy at the main cap, boom, you get the defense points. Win, lose, or draw, at least you have the defense points to fight it out on that main cap from the door. Thanks for showing up, Clash. Man, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for leaving a like. Alright. Now the mods on this are Nuke Amp, Thermal Nuke, Last Stand. Because the Leech has that repulse ability, you always want to Last Stand on that. Okay, sometimes I either run that or 3 or 2, the 2 of the mods I just showed you about that. And then of course I get here to my modules here, balance unit, balance nuclear amp. Now you're starting to see other things that aren't balanced because I've been buying these and upgrading my other hangers later. Alright. Now to go to my open map hanger, let's take a look see right quick. Let's go straight to his mods. Once again, all max mods except for this one. There's no need to unless I need to see with strikers. There's no need to upgrade the second one past 17 actually. Because 17 will give you the 600 range. It's 350 range for a maxed quantum sensor. Okay. That's 350 already. And you get 270 for a level 18. And I forget what it is for actually level 17, but level 17 I believe will get you to the 600 meter mark. And of course my self-fix units are maxed, my Titan and controls are maxed. So at least max your mods on your first primary hanger that you use the most. And of course I am working on other things back there you see at on my second hanger, they're mainly max, but a couple are level 1, level 2, level 3. Same way here. See how this has a shield, but I have Battleborn up underneath that. My second Battleborn is at level 2. When they happen to crack through the shield or use shield breaker. That's what a lot of people don't understand. The mods here, level 1. The mods here probably level 1 as well. See, I have a level 6 anti-control here though. Alright, so I max mods when I can. Especially, you want to max your mods when they're doing the percentage off. Okay? When they're doing the speed, then you want to max, you want to do your bots. Because bots take a long time. 6, 7 days and all that stuff. 1 week and some change or whatnot. So that's my advice to you guys. I wanted to be short, quick, and sweet. Oh, I didn't go into my motherships. Okay. So, of course, everyone coming up. And then I had to actually rebuild this because I had sold it for silver when I was really broke. I sold my dreadnought when I was really broke. So I went back and bought it again, re-won all the parts, maxed it out again, just to have it back up in there to show you guys how it is for the starters. And of course, the Mantis was good when it came out as the healing beast. Not bad stats. And of course, the Monarch, which I still like to use this from time to time because it puts out so much DOT, 8,400 per second on the DOT. Okay, so don't sleep on the Monarch. You guys starting out. I got a Monarch that I use on my baby account. You okay? The Monarch is good if you can catch somebody sleeping. Here's the thing, because the bots are moving so fast now, it's hard for the Monarch to keep up in higher leagues because it has less stats than the more aspired motherships, and also the fact that people move so fast. You put in that global strike, even though the damage is beastly, they're already gone. They're gone by the time it strikes. So you want to use the Monarch more for campers and whatnot, and it'll give you a small shield. The Northlight is good if you running tanks and everything else. I don't quite have this maxed out. Let me take a look at it. Alright, let's take a look at my Northlight. It's only at 102,000, but that's a lot for some people. And then it adds defense points as well. Okay? So, this is the first thing you want to max out on any mothership. The charge speed modifier is what makes you be able to use the mothership faster. You can max this stuff out before then, but then you hardly ever are able to use the mothership, so it's hardly ever a help. So my advice to you, when doing motherships, always do the charge speed modifier first. You max that so that you're able to use it. Even if these other numbers here and there are lower, you're still able to use it more often, which makes it more of a help than using a nothing. Alright, and that's all I have for now. I don't have any other ones. I am using the Orion, even though it came out before the Northlight. I'm one level off on this because I need a couple more parts, and one more upgrade will max it. The additional damage to Titans, it's at 214. It'll make it 220%, and that's it. I like it because it stays in place for a while, and it works real good for I like that Orion for extermination mode, because all the spiders will just walk right into it. Alright, we'll go take a look at my mothership parts right quick and see how I'm faring with gaining new equipment. So I am currently building the tier. It's the one healer that I don't have. So I have Angler, Tier, Nether, and a Mugi. So these three are dropping right now. A Mugi, Nether, and Angler are dropping. And of course I need to build a Phantom and a Mercury, so that's why I still kept those parts when I win those. But other than that, you notice I sold all that stuff off for silver. You need that silver for upgrades. Alright. But I haven't been winning any Bulgazari parts. That'll be my next build. That's the one that I don't have on this account. I don't have Bulgazari or Raker yet on this account. But I just finished my Raven right before I started my tier. As far as weapons goes with the new stuff, I could use one more Blight. I have two. I'm winning Jaw and Feiner components and Halo components right now. I do have one Halo, and I have a SE, the Stellar Halo as well. So I'm winning Talon, Jaw, and Spear components. Of course, I'm not touching them. I don't need another rhyme. I have special edition rhymes. So I will use these parts to for cash or to boost another build. And then of course the Wayne G, Teha, Yoi. And of course I sold everything else off that I don't need any of. And at this point, basically, unless you're winning parts for a thing, what you want to do is win special edition weapons for the extra 5%. Okay? So I cash that in. Bing. And that's all that's good for. Silver. So same way when we won those new things for the logins, right? All that stuff went straight to silver. So here's my progress on the two newest things. The Frozen Scorn, the Thor. Now I haven't run any roulette things. I don't see anywhere where you can win roulette parts either. And the Paladin. So I haven't seen nothing on either one of those, even though I've been opening them boxes or whatever. And I have 600 Dreadnought components, which I have been popping. The yeah, that's pitiful because they nerfed all of the sales for the parts and Titans at the same time, because you used to be able to cash them in for a lot of money. Thanks for showing up, Hamid Khan. All right, before I go, because we're starting to pop up on 30 minutes here. Hey, Highlight Ducks, thank you for showing up to the channel. Thank you for leaving a like, brother. I'm just giving out a piece of advice right quick. Of course, you know, I record my gameplay now that I can't stream as well right now due to my internet connection out here where I'm at. And there's no one else out here that can help me to do a better internet connection. I'm out here by myself, living in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the woods, off the grid. And my only thing that connects me to the grid is the internet. So I create my own electricity, my own food, my own water, my own everything. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. And there was one more thing I wanted to do right before I logged off, man. Shoot. I'm not quite sure the one piece of advice that I wanted to give y'all. I'm forgetting something. Anyway, check out my man Hamid Khan's channel. He should be across the banner on the top of my page for my top 5 YouTubers that need you guys' attention. Go and check them 5 out. Leave a like, and if you're digging the content that they are putting out across a plethora of games, all right, subscribe to their channels, please. Love, peace, happiness, and I'm sorry that I'm forgetting the last thing that I'm supposed to check out. And please check out my man Asboom as well. He has a channel, guys. Check him out. All right, go there, leave a like. And if you like the content that my main man Asboom is putting out, please subscribe. I will see you all out there on the battlefield. And of course, you know I have no picks.